What's up, guys? Toogie here, back again, and in this episode, the Season 3 playoffs begin as we take on the Nashville Predators. Of course, somewhat of an up and down season, really wanted to win that division title, but hopefully this team can get their shit together. That is the best way to put it. We need certain players to really step up. Not too hard to figure out in particular who we want to step up based on these lines. It'll be Dow, Cole, Eichel, and Laine as the first line. Huberdeau is with Draisaitl and Kuznetsov. Timo Meier will be with John Tavares and Emile Poirier. Fourth line, DeGiuseppe, Dowd, and Lappin. Defensively, exactly what you would expect. Of course, Carey Price is the goaltender, and we're also hoping for a bit of success out of the Chicago Wolves. But quickly here, let's take a quick look at what the Nashville Predators did in the regular season before taking a look at their line combinations. Wish we could do both. Unfortunately, it doesn't happen that way. So here we go. Tyler Seguin, their top player with 62 points. Bodker with 54. Then you have Corey Perry, Marchessault. You have Andrew Poturalski, yes, let's not have him score too much, shall we? Oh god, they have Duncan Keith too. Okay, this could be interesting. I like the Filppula as a 79 for whatever reason. Dubnyk, Dubnyk is their goaltender. Shit, not good. He had a .912 save percentage, so not as good as you would expect. Not as good, of course, as he's been in real life in the real NHL season. This could be problematic. This could be a very, very rough series for us. I'd like to think it's going to go our way, but you don't know for sure. Now, we have better ratings than them in every category, but that often doesn't mean too much. Let's take a look, though, at their line combinations. See what they're rolling with. So it is Bodker, Seguin, and Corey Perry. Obviously very dangerous. Marchessault is with Podorowski and Alex Killorn. Also pretty dangerous. This guy has a pretty good puck skills category, that is for sure. Third line is Zach Sanford with Martin Hansel and Justin Williams. And the fourth line is Vesa Hagman, Nick Shore, and Jordan Nolan. So Hagman, a third-round pick in 2017. For the Preds. Quickly take a look at their defense. It is Duncan Keith and Jared Spurgeon. Alex Edler is with Sami Vatanen, and Trevor Daley is with Ryan Sproul. Dubnyk, of course, the goaltender. Any scratched players? Filppula, Nestrasil, funny enough, thankfully he's not in their lineup, and Josh Georges. How this series goes, if I haven't made that clear enough, I have no idea. I have no idea. This team could drastically underperform. We could sweep them. There's no way to tell. There's no way to predict it. So let's just find out what's going to happen here. Game 1 on home ice. Let's do this. First period. Can we get an early lead? We did. Jacob Larson scores the first goal of this series, but then Nick Shore tied it up less than 2 minutes later. 10 shots apiece. That is as even of a first period as you will see. Second period, can we get the lead back? And we do. It is Michael Dow-Cole with the goal. And we're up 2-1 heading into the third period. We are going to need insurance. I am absolutely sure of that. It's just a matter of whether or not we're going to be able to get it. So far, so good, though, from Carey Price. But again, I don't want to get my hopes up. We need some insurance. I'm sticking to that thought process. Patrik Laine, the empty netter. We had to wait for it, but in the end, we get it. Dow, Cole, and Laine on the top line. 2 goals from them, and of course, Larson, the goal in the first period. And that is it for Game 1. 3-1 final, 28 of 29 for Carey Price. So far, so good for the Blues. A much better start than I anticipated. Not too shabby, but we will get right into game 2. No need to do anything to the lineup. We are good to go, and we will hope for the best. And I thought, my God, 4 straight games. 4 straight games. So they're in Charlotte. They go home to Chicago. Then they fly to Milwaukee to play back-to-back games. Wow, the scheduling on this game. It's a good thing like fatigue isn't a factor or anything like that. That kind of system would be rough. They used to have that. Or something similar. I remember when you would edit... No, wait, that was a chemistry bar. Like NHL 04, you would edit the lines and you'd have a chemistry bar based on player types. Imagine that, right? Anyway, rambling aside, Game 2, still on home ice. Let's see what this team can do first period. And that's not ideal, is it? Alex Killorn and Mikhail Bodker with the 2 goals. 2 goals on 10 shots. Not good. Second period, can we turn it around? We did. We were able to tie it. Emile Poirier and Nick Dowd. But then Justin Williams with the goal. And Nashville's up 3-2 as we head into the third period. 12 more shots for us. That doesn't matter. Can we kill this off? Jesus Christ, how long was that power play? We were able to kill it off, though. Halfway through the third, we need a goal from one of our big names. How about Kuznetsov, Tavares, anybody, please? And we lose game 2. Not ideal. Not ideal in the slightest. 3-2 final for the Preds in game 2. Dubnyk, your first star. 33 saves. 33 saves for the former Oiler and Yote. And technically Minnesota Wild. So Nashville, you know, obviously it's a tied series. Advantage, oh, come on, of course there's an injury down in Chicago. Advantage Nashville, taking one of the first 2 games on the road. We need to get this lineup set. Unfortunately, unlike in the Bruins series, we have all these players that it automatically assigned to Chicago because of the draft. I'd love to not have them on the team so I can just go best lines, but we'd have to sign every single one of them. And that sounds terrible. We will go with George Simpson. We'll get him into the lineup, and we will just do that right there. He'll play with Sedlak and Stoll. We are off to Nashville. It is game 3. We need a win, and we need a John Tavares goal. I'm calling him out right here. We need a John Tavares goal. Prove to me that I shouldn't trade you in this upcoming offseason, because that's certainly where we are leaning at the moment. So here we go. First period of game 3, and Tyler Seguin. Tyler Seguin gets the opening goal. I got a bad feeling about this series now, guys. Second period, though, can we get on the board? We can't. Marchessault with the goal. And we are down 2-0 as we head into the third period. And all of a sudden, goals are very, very hard to come by for this team. And that's what I was afraid of. Is despite Dubnyk not having the greatest save percentage in the regular season, if he shuts the door and our team just can't get going. Okay, now Sproul's scoring, really? Sproul has a goal in this series before John Tavares. In game 3, it is a 3-0 shutout victory. 32 saves for Devan Dubnyk. And we are in trouble. After winning game 1, we are in trouble. The Chicago Wolves are off to the playoffs. They play Grand Rapids in the first round. We might end up having to pay a decent bit of attention to that series if we continue to be on a losing end here. We are going to try to change things up. Dallas swept LA 4-0. So I was concerned Dallas wouldn't make it to the semifinal. We might not make it to the semifinal. So right here, oh God, what do we do? What do we do? John Tavares has 1 point. 1 goddamn point. I mean, really? Really? Okay. I'm going to go Dow Cole. Yep, Dow Cole, Kuznetsov, Eichel, Huberdeau, Draisaitl, Line A. I'm doing it. I don't care. I do not care. Meyer, Poirier, and Lappin, DeGiuseppe, Tavares, and Nick Dowd. John Tavares has been pissing me off to no end. I mean, you could argue, what the hell are you doing? Put him on the top line. And you have a fair point. Okay, you know what? We'll give him one shot. We will give John Tavares one shot. You need to have a big game here. It is make or break. We need John Tavares to get it done, and we also need to break up that second pairing. So let's put Ole Ulevi with Madison Bowie. Like, I'm desperate, but I don't want to be too desperate because I could really screw things up. And had we gone with Tavares on the fourth line, that may have really screwed things up. Who knows? But we're moving on. Game 4 on the road. Obviously a must-win. First period. Jonathan Marchessault. Jonathan Audi Marchessault. We're down 1-0. Second period, can we please get a goal? Thank you, Jack Eichel. We have life. Jack Eichel tied it. The Preds made it 3-1 with a Sanford and Killorn set of goals, but Eichel gets another one late in the second. It's 3-2. We have life heading into the third. But really, it's not good to have let up 3 goals when you have to now get 4 on Dubnyk to win this game. Not good. 5 minutes to go. I don't like the looks of this, guys. And there it is. There it is. The St. Louis Blues are down 3-1 to Nashville. Jack Eichel, your first star. And it didn't matter. Did not matter. Patrick Laine bumped up. He should be fully healthy. John Tavares losing morale because of performances. You don't say, pal. You don't say. You're not the only one disappointed. Now, did Tavares get a point? He did assist on both of Eichel's goals. So that's good. Oh, shit. What do we want to do here? What do we want to do here? You know what? No, Dalcol has 4 points. He has to stay. I think these lines have to stay the same. And we just got to hope for the best, even though we lost. I don't know what else to try. I mean, Dalcol has 4 points. Like, I can't, in good faith, take him off of that top line. Oh, man. Holy shit, this sucks. Okay, what are we going to do here? What are we going to do here? I feel like I'm just delaying the inevitable. But, I mean, our backs are absolutely against the wall. So I'm going to, I'm just going to throw something at the wall, see what sticks. We are going to go based on shooting percentage, at least somewhat. At least somewhat. Let's go with Dalcol, Tavares, Eichel. Let's not. Dalcol, Eichel, Laine. Poirier, Tavares, Nick Dowd. We will have Huberdeau, Kuznetsov, and Huberdeau, Draisaitl, Kuznetsov. Nope. Fuck. I don't... Man, we're going to lose. Huberdeau, Kuznetsov, Meyer, DeGiuseppe, Draisaitl, and Nick Lappin. Those are the lines. Those are the lines moving forward. That's what we're going to go for here. Oh, shit. What do we do? What do we do? Let's go... Bankston, Bowie, Ulevi, Larson. I'm delaying the inevitable. Let's do this. Let's move on. It is Game 5 on home ice. At least we will get some playoff revenue. Because this is it. I don't see how we win this game. I think we're going to lose in 5. Sorry for the pessimism, but I think it's fitting. First period, of Game 5. Yep, we're done. Bodker and Hagman, we're down 2-0. Second period, yeah, we're fucked. All right, let's just sit in the third period. Too many underperforming players. Perhaps the defense isn't ready. We will hope, it's over. We'll hope for some good progression from this team, at least on defense. And then at the draft, excuse me, at the draft, Draisaitl isn't safe. Tavares isn't safe. At least Del Cole ruined the shutout, but that's it. We lose in 5 games. There are a ton of players that I am considering trading. No doubt about that. I think mostly on the offensive side. I think defense and goaltending we're looking all right, but there are definitely going to be changes moving forward. The Chicago Wolves are up 2-0 in their series. We might as well pay attention as they swept the Grand Rapids Griffins. Not too bad. So screw it. I'm not even going to look at like our playoff stats, like point totals and shit. It doesn't matter. The team just sucked. They just sucked. They just could not get the offense going. And how a team with Laine, Tavares, and Eichel struggled to get it going, I have no idea. But they did, and now we need to move forward. After regressing this year, I thought this would be the year where it's like, okay, you know what, we're going to push the Dallas Stars. We're going to be a better team, and we're going to make a run of it. Nope, that's not at all what happened, was it? Not at all. So we will see how far the Chicago Wolves can go. We'll take a look at the awards. Of course, we'll sim just to the end of the playoffs anyway. We'll take a look at the awards, and that will do it for this season and this episode. Scouting, who cares? Really, who cares? And right now, the Wolves aren't looking too good. They get a win back in Game 3. They lost Game 4. Will they lose in 5 games to the Cleveland Monsters? No, they won't. They force a Game 6. Can they win that? I doubt it, and they do lose. In that 6th game, both teams are out. And so ends a very, very disappointing season for both teams. Thought the Chicago Wolves had a good chance. They had a pretty good record, as we saw at the beginning of this episode. The Blues had a pretty good record. And in the end, to quote the magnificent Linkin Park, it did not matter. Now, we could actually jump ship. Every team's willing to take us. We could actually jump ship. I would do that, except that would require me to change the thumbnail, and I fucking hate making thumbnails, so we're not going to do that. So you will continue to see Colton Parayko, and we will move forward. Will somebody win the goddamn cup already? Thank you. The Philadelphia Flyers and the Cleveland Monsters win the Calder, so at least the Chicago Wolves lost to the future champions. We will take a look at the Philadelphia Flyers to see their team before looking at the awards. Dal Cole was good. Sergachev was good. Everybody else pretty much sucks. So Zach Parise, Alex Barkov, Pavel Buchnevich. Overall, I can see why. Like, offensively, with players performing. I mean, the lowest guy had 6 points in 24 games. Matt Calvert. Defensively, Hanifin up to an 89. Gustav Olofsson, Cody Franzen, Mueller, Morrissey. Smith, not the greatest defense, not the worst. Calvin Pickard leads them to a Stanley Cup. That's surprising. Do I think we have a better team than the Philadelphia Flyers? Yes, I do. It didn't matter. And that's a disappointing way to end it. Sidney Crosby wins the Art Ross and the Hart Trophy. Brent Seabrook wins the Norris. Lady Byng goes to Tarasenko. The Calder to Perlini. Picard wins the Conn Smythe. Holtby wins the Vezina in Anaheim. Radko Gudas wins the Masterton. The Selke to Kopitar. It's a guarantee, and it has been on both series. Ted Lindsay to Crosby. And the Rocket Richard to Crosby, of course, on the Florida Panthers. Did we at least get any hardware down in the AHL? I do wonder. It's not looking too good. Vehvilainen, best goalie, and he may be the backup next year if he can progress a little bit more ahead of Brian Elliott. Alex Lyon is the MVP of the playoffs and a Calder Cup champion. Not too bad. Guys, that ends a depressing episode, a frustrating episode, as we take a step back and struggle, stumbling our way out of the playoffs. But in the next episode, we look to move forward. We look to repair this team. We look to make major changes. And we hope for the best, and we hope that we can turn this team into a winner. For now, though, I hope you did enjoy. Of course, if you did, make sure to hit that like button to help support me and my channel. Subscribe if you haven't already to continue following this series and others, and I will see you guys in the next one.